YouTube, welcome back to JTD Bladesmithing. As you can see, it's a beautiful day out here. Nice and warm, got the garage door up, got the stereo on, got to do some refining to the boning knife handle. Took it over my neighbor next door to get his thoughts on it, and on the bottom of where your fingers wrap around, still kind of sharp. So what I'm going to do is show you guys how I sand that down by hand instead of using the machine, because I find it a lot easier and not too bad. So stick around and we'll get to that. Alright, as you see, we've got the knife in the bench clamp or vise. I'm going to be working on here because that is flat, and this is what the neighbor was saying was pretty rough. So to adjust that, or to address that issue, come up here, grab us a sanding belt. You can take this and turn it inside out. Now, the contact is on the inside. Just come over here to the blade. Just run it back and forth. And what that's going to do is round off those edges so they're not so sharp. So, that's how I do that. I already did the back where the palm rests. Did that a couple videos ago. I didn't show you guys, but I figured I'd show you this time. So that's just the process of sanding. I probably could do this with the belt sander, but I find it gets it more even for me because I'm not too steady on that little 1x30 as far as rounding and keeping the angles the same. But I'll get back to you after this process is completed and show you what it looks like. Stay tuned for more. Alright, after a little bit of sanding, you can see how it's rounded now. It's fairly uniform all the way across, so no more sharp edges. The only spot I have left to do now is back here on the butt of the knife. Not that anybody holds it, but I want it rounded off so everything is symmetric on it. So the next step is to stand this up into the vise and sand each side with downward pressure, obviously. So that's going to be the next step. I'm going to call it a wrap after that, because after that is going to be removing the handle scales and the pins, and then all my sanding on the blade itself. But I'll give you a sneak peek of that as well. Alright, got the butt of the blade rounded off, nice and symmetric looking, no sharp edges anywhere, and yeah, I think it came out pretty good. And that was just a few minutes of hand sanding with the belt turned inside out. Now, granted, I did put a whole bunch of scratches, but this is all going to get resanded anyway after I glue the handle scales on. But that's called progress, ladies and gentlemen. And there you have it. So, see you guys again soon on the next step.